Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking CKB, but before we do, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig, and this is where I will drop little bits of information, charts, news on upcoming videos, things like that, so feel free to give me a follow. Now back to CKB. I'm very excited about this setup here because it is starting to look like this setup right here. And I think everybody can agree with that price action. It looks very similar. But one other thing I wanted to show you guys was that by measuring this dip here to this swing high here, down to this swing low, we can see that price action made it all the way up to the 423.6. That is a very interesting level for the price action to range to. Very interesting to me. So if we go ahead and kind of measure the same metrics that we used off this last spike in price, we can see that there is a possibility for CKB to run up to right around 20 cents if history repeats itself. Now we can kind of see one other thing here too. So let's go ahead and just clone the candles from here to here. And if we go ahead and just kind of stack them, bear with me one second, folks. You can see the resemblance just in price action here. So I'm really hoping that we do see price action start to really take off. And interestingly enough, just by kind of lining this price action up here with the previous trend, we see this come right up to the 423.6 at about 18.5 cents. Now, folks, keep in mind, there is a lot of hopium here. This is not financial or trading advice, but we can see that this pattern here is very similar to this pattern here, not just in price action, but when we see this 200 moving average swooping through like this, and we see the 50 moving average swooping up like this, it's starting to look very similar. And it almost appears that we might be fixing to move through this bearish red cloud as we did right here. If that happens, I do think that we will see CKB really kind of go on a multi-month rampage. From this point on, we probably wouldn't see these levels until sometime in January. Just being real. So that is a possibility, and one that shouldn't be discounted because so often enough we do see price action. History will repeat itself. Furthermore, we do kind of have this inverse head and shoulders as well that's on the chart. So this might be a good play. So I don't want to get everybody's hopes up. This is just something that I did observe as I was trying to break down the charts. And let me tell you guys this. If you want to become a good trader, you need to deploy forward-thinking strategies like this. That is what TA people do. They are trying to forward think as to what the market is going to do next. It's just a big forward-thinking game, and the best forward thinkers always take the cake. So we can see that right now CKB is in a squeeze, and we did have a little spike in price here. We might be also fixing to see some sort of ascending triangle cut right through this as well into November. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw this thing take its time just a little bit more to really start moving to the upside. At this point in time, I'm really not thinking that this is going to be a corrective wave to the downside. I'm starting to think that we are in the beginning stages of seeing this impulse wave take place, hopefully. So with that said, folks, I just wanted to provide a short update. Nothing really too crazy on CKB going on other than some sideways trading. But that is a possibility to see that 20-cent region by January or somewhere around there, as long as Bitcoin really kind of holds out and holds the market up. Let's just take a quick peek at the total crypto market cap. We can see that this little rising wedge did produce some bearishness, but that it did pick back up. And this was kind of a smaller scale rising wedge on the total crypto market cap. So this really doesn't surprise me too much. Now, the one I'm worried about is Bitcoin right now. So we are seeing this ascending triangle produce some results, but they are slow moving. So Bitcoin is on the range right now, and I do think that at this point in time, we really need to see Bitcoin move above this. Bear with me 1 second. Above this trend line here. And I want to see Bitcoin straighten this edge or this trend line to form a channel. As you can see right now, we are definitely facing a rising wedge pattern, which is not good. So, of course, we want to see Bitcoin blow the top off this thing. It's not something that does happen very often. So until that does happen, we need to just assume that this is a very prevalent pattern on the charts. But it's not going to surprise me to see Bitcoin ranging up around this $59,000, $60,000 level. This Gartley pattern is still in effect. I'm going to get rid of this time sequence for now. And the $20,000 Bitcoin, when this thing comes tumbling down, is still in effect as of right now, because technically Bitcoin could range up to 65K. We need Bitcoin to go higher than 65K to invalidate this Gartley pattern. So we still got a ways to go, but we've got our eye on things. With that said, folks, I mean, things are looking good for the time being. I do think that we will see possibly a $60,000 Bitcoin. What happens next? I don't know. We'll see. If we reverse, we might see price action move down to the lower trend line, 45 to 47,000, and we'll just have to keep reevaluating as the time goes on. But for now, this is where we're sitting in the market, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.